it's your girl Curlyimani and I'm back again with another video. If you're new here, my name is Curlyimani. I'm a singer and I'm a content creator as well. I make hair, beauty and lifestyle content. Welcome to my channel. This is another episode of Living as Curlyimani, so welcome. How have you guys been? Hope you've been having a good week. I hope you're having a good day. And yeah, hairstyle of the day. I got some nice cute braids and I just put a half up, half down. For the makeup, I just filled in the eyebrows, did some mascara, lip liner and gloss. Yep. Oh, and edges as well. That's it. Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna say thank you for the love that I received for the previous video that I posted on the advantages and disadvantages of living and working in the UAE. I got some positive feedback on my Instagram as well, so thank you. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the video. All of a sudden though, everyone is going to the UAE and I have been getting a few questions from people. What advice do you have for someone who's traveling to the UAE? What requirements? What was the process? Blah blah blah. So I was like, why don't I just make a YouTube video about it and I just explain everything in one video. I'll make sure to make this as detailed, as straight to the point and as short as possible. I have some notes hapa nimeandika just for you. Can you imagine? Nawaandikia the notes. First of all, the requirements before we even continue. Uko na passport? Because if you don't have a passport, you might as well just pause, go get a passport and then continue. You need to have a passport, babes. Okay? For me, when I was traveling, I traveled on October 2023. Okay? I used a travel agency called Marawez. Okay, and they were able to help me get a tourist visa. You need a tourist visa to go to the UAE. A tourist visa which is maximum 2 months or 3 months, depending on how long you're staying and which country you're from. Yep. So I got a 2 months visa and a return ticket. You're paying for a ticket ya kwenda na kurudi. You're not just paying one ati kwenda to. No, it's to go and come back. Okay, and the tourist visa and the passport. Those were the requirements for me when I was traveling. But now, since a lot of people are traveling to the UAE, specifically to Dubai, and they're not coming back, they have kind of tightened the security a bit. Okay, so now they have added, not only do you need the tourist visa and the flight ticket, you also need a bank statement for at least the last 6 months with a balance of 4,000 US dollars. I believe that's around how much cash links? Maybe 150,000 or 200,000. 150 to 200,000. Okay, now that's another added requirement that was added, I think, this year because of the just tightening up the security and just things like those. So you need the tourist visa, the flight ticket and the bank statement. I used 2 agencies. Okay, while I was here going to Dubai, I used an agency called Marawez, and when I was in Dubai I needed to renew my visa. I used an agency called Pinkel Adventures. There are very many travel agencies that deal with these things, traveling to Dubai or anywhere in the Middle East. If in case you want more information on the requirements or like the amount, you can check them out online. You can visit their websites or you can even contact them directly on WhatsApp and they can give you more information regarding the same and the prices as well. The process for me took around 1 month to 1.5 months. My visa process was done for me to come from here to Dubai. The earlier you do the process, the cheaper it is for you to prepare, to pack, to just jipanga yourself, even psychologically, you arrange yourself and stuff like that. So I think my process, I started around July because I traveled on October. So I started around July, August, yeah. Agencies work is only regarding the documents, the tourist visas, the flight tickets. That is the job of the travel agency. Stories za kazi ati they are looking for a job for you, they have gotten a job and they will. No, babes, have you not seen people on TikTok talking about how they have been squandered money because of this agency saying that they're offering a job? The only people who you can go via work basis is if the company has contacted you directly from any country abroad. They have sent you the contract, they have paid for you the flight, they have sent you everything, the employment contract, kila kitu imeandikwa hapo. Wewe unajua ukifika you're going to start a job. That's it. But if in case you're traveling to this country for a job and an agency comes and says we offer if you pay this amount, we can, organize the documents for you and also find you a job. There is nothing like that. Okay? Nothing like that, babes. At all. Please do not be fooled. What do I after person? Hustling is everywhere. Please, you need your laptop if you're going to apply jobs. If you're going for jobs specifically, you need your laptop because you're going to be online all the time. There's a lot of internet there. So carry like your laptop, like your accessories need to be on point. Your phone, your laptop, video kaizo. Okay? The mentality, now we go to the advice, the mentality that people have of life being way easier outside than it is in Kenya, or that jobs are there, they are waiting for you. We are familiar with the life abroad as being this imaginative and fantasy perfect kind of life where you're having your own money, you have your own car, you have your own house. And once you arrive is when you will realize that that is in fact not the case. Actually, nobody's experience is the same. The experience that I had, I can make 20 videos on it and it will not look even close to what you're going to experience when you get there. The person who's been there for the past 20 years, the experience is completely different. The person who's planning on going next week but one, next year but one, everyone has their own experience, okay? But one thing that is universal is the fact that life there is not easy. It's not easy, and you really need to, those jobs that people say they are there, they are already jobs. Everything is there for you. You actually need to really look for it, vibes. Like, hey. Mm-mm. But one thing that I love about that is the experience you will gain, the way it will shape you. You will not even realize it. You'll just find yourself more quick. You're adapting to change easily. You're faster. You're just, you know how to move with the times. You're not wasting time. You know how to look for opportunities. You know how to move from one place to another. I would 100% say that one of the reasons why I ended up adapting quickly once I landed was because I had someone who was helping me through the whole process, okay? The person who I was talking to, once I waited for my visa to be ready, once it was ready, we talked that day, the night before, and when I arrived at the airport, they came for me and they hosted me for like a week or two. And then I moved into another place where I was supposed to pay rent. Okay, so those 2 weeks, I analyzed the place, I learned the place. They told me about places that could know this. They kind of chanwad me, if I can say. They kind of like made me understand how life works when you're in Dubai. So if it wasn't for that, I feel like I wouldn't have learned a lot as much as I did. Okay. Though, honestly, most of the things I learned after I got a job. But I would say for a fact that having someone who can help you navigate at the beginning is very important. So just make sure at least you have someone like that. If you do not, you can still do it on your own. Nobody's saying you cannot, okay? But it's going to be a bit tougher and more hectic for you because you're doing it on your own. But if you have someone who's kind of like guiding you through it, then it's going to be easier for you. You guys have seen those stories, Pia, of once umefika and they've seen you landed, now you're no longer their responsibility. You need to figure it out, okay? Sometimes it's like that. So that's what I'm saying. You need to be tough. Before you get out of the country, you need to know that uko peke yako. You are by yourself. You need to figure things out. It comes with a lot of toughness and a lot of strength. Mental strength, physical strength, everything. You just learn to rely on yourself. It's a very good quality. This is the beginning of a new chapter and it's going to be a part of your life forever. Okay? So embrace it. The good, the bad, the ugly, embrace it. And if in case you need any form of motivation or encouragement, you can always come to this platform. I try my best to make that kind of content which encourages you and motivates you. And yeah, I also do have a podcast called Holding On to Dear Ex on Spotify. I post storytelling kind of stuff, and I'll also be talking about my experience in Dubai on there as well. So if in case you want someone who you feel like you want to understand how that life is more deeper, then you continue to that podcast. One of the things that I would say really made me stand strong when I was there was definitely my family. I was talking to them every single day or every 2 days or every 3 days if I'm a bit busy. But talking to your family when you're abroad really strengthens you, because uko peke yako uko. Huh? You are on your own. So when you talk with your family and they give you these words of encouragement and they're just saying, you're gonna be okay, don't worry, just keep pushing. Those words, they might sound like it's just common thing when you're here with them every night. But once you go outside the country and you're living for months, you have not seen your family members, you don't know anyone. When you go on video calls with them, bro, hiyo ndio ilikuwa life. Actually, unatoka job, you come from your shift, you go into your house where you're staying, everyone is on video calls with your family members because you miss them, you want to talk to them. Loneliness really hits you pro max when you're there. So when you find yourself even getting closer to your family, because it kind of like, they kind of support you in a way, and it's very necessary, like support. You feel so motivated, you feel like, okay, if they believe in me this much, then I can also do it. This strength and resilience and confidence and relying on yourself thing gets very overwhelming and very tiresome. But when you have a supporting system behind you, imagine there's nothing you can't do. That's just like, that's for sure. I am almost done with the video, but just one thing I want to add is, you see the mentality we have that, as long as you meet a Kenyan, then you're good, you're in safe hands. It is true, and it's also false. Okay. In my experience, I met Kenyans who made my life difficult to the point where they kicked me out of where I was, of their house, because of a mere misunderstanding. And at the same time, I met Kenyans who made my life so easy, and they incorporated me into their hearts as one of them. Even people who we were staying with in the house from different parts of Africa, like Cameroon, Nigeria, they'll be like, do you guys know each other? Why are you guys talking like you've been friends for years and we just met 2 days ago? Because we're Kenyans. There are people who stained my heart, especially the fact that they were Kenyans, and some of them that I knew personally. But I ended up making even more better friendships with people who shaped my life and people who lived there for longer than I have, and they were sharing their experiences with me and telling me, especially during the COVID times. It was very difficult for them, Muko, by the way. And it was like, hey, lucky me, I came at least after COVID, because if I came during that time, I probably wouldn't have made it, you know? They, like, their experiences, listening to people's experiences, and I'm not just saying Kenyans, even other countries, listening to people's experiences shapes you and makes you realize, hey, kumbe may have been thinking that living abroad is kumbe it's like this. It just makes you, you know? And yeah, I also would like to proudly say God before everything, babes. God. People climb those planes and they never land, or they land somewhere else and it's like mess. Trusting in God throughout the entire process. That's another thing I want to say before I finish the video, okay? I realized that some of the people that I met, I felt like God blessed them there at that right time, because they came at the time when I was like, I cannot do this anymore, I want to go home. And they just showed up and made my life so interesting. They made my view of life different. They shaped me into even a more better, mature person. Sometimes God does things in your life, but you can't see. But when you go through it and you see, hey, and then if it was not for God, I don't think I would have done this, you know? And your family is praying for you back home. Like, how are you gonna feel? Prayers from all corners. Yani, the path is already destined for you, babes. Like, you're just following it. When you view things in a positive light, don't be too negative on yourself. When you feel depressed, call your family back home. Do something distracting, because depression, ukomi, I don't know, for some reason, it is pro max. It's not the same depression like the one you experience here. You feel like you just can't do it. You feel like you want to pack your bags and go home, sayo, but it's where? Just make sure you pray. Trust in the Lord, okay? If you have watched the video all through up to this part, thank you so much for watching. This is the end of the episode, Living as Curlyimani. If in case you are having any questions for me or any feedback, you can just comment down below, or you can send me any DMs on Instagram at Curlyimani. I love you guys so much. See you in the next one. Bye.
really like your style. The way you move that waist is mine. You make me want too much.